Welcome back. It is yours truly, Nick of Movie AV Impulse. And today is my top 5. And I'm so excited to bring you this horror show that you probably forgot about. But in case you did, I am here to remind you that A, it is one fantastic show. B, this one's a little bit on the lighter side because it was on a public network. It wasn't on like a paid network or anything like that, like Showtime or HBO or Cinemax. So this one's a little bit more lighter, but still packs that horror punch that we all love in TV shows. It ran for 3 seasons, and I am so excited to bring you. But first, let's get into that intro. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. We do a whole lot of movie reviews, rants, my top 5 every Wednesday. So we do a lot here. I also am guest on other people's YouTubes, podcasts, things of that nature. But I really like to get people involved because this is a great way to show my appreciation to the people who support me. And I also show my appreciation by supporting those people. Even if you don't support me, it doesn't matter. I love YouTube. I love making this content, and I love talking about movies, TV shows, and things that you might have forgotten about, because my favorite part of the day is really bringing back the nostalgia of when we were kids, or, even to the new generation, introducing them to something that they never even thought or heard of before. And it's important for us to keep that culture alive. Without any further ado, let me introduce you to Monsters. Now, this show was fantastic, but it is one of those creepy, but keep it on the lighter side, because like I said, it wasn't on a network that could allow swearing and nudity and all that stuff. So it's a little bit more on the lighter side. But if you stick around, I got some great news for you. But first, I'm going to get into only season 1. This ran for 3 seasons, but I'm going to give you season 1 in my top 5 episodes, because this has 72 episodes and I just possibly can't pick out a top 5 out of all 3 seasons, all 72 episodes, because to be honest, almost all of them are great. There's a couple in there that are hit or miss, just like every TV show. There are some I feel like are fillers, but it is a fantastic show. So without further ado, let's get into that top 5. And coming in at number 5 is Satan in the Suburbs. This one was about a single mom. She's struggling. In the episode, her lights go off. There's people calling her left and right, trying to get money because she owes money to, the light bill, the rent, all sorts of things. And she is a struggling writer. Basically, jump into another business to kind of generate money, but she just can't do it. And along comes who else but to take your soul? The devil. And she has to choose whether or not she's going to have everything, but the only downfall is she has to write the memoirs of Satan himself, or if she's going to try and go on her own way and, make money her own ways. Coming in at number 4, Holly's House. Now, this one is a little weird, and I'll tell you, just the robot itself in this show is really weird. It looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid. It looks like a demon already took over this big old oversized Cabbage Patch Kid. And she becomes obsessed with not only her own TV show, but her puppeteer. And during this whole thing, she basically kills anybody that steps in the way of A, trying to cancel her show, and B, trying to get in the way of her puppeteer. And it is awesome. But is it really the doll that is having, these thoughts? Or is it the puppeteer living through the doll? Coming in at number 3 is going to be Parents from Space. Now, this one's about a foster child who has the meanest, and I mean the wickedest of foster parents, and the social worker that is dealing with the girl just doesn't see it, or she's oblivious to it, or doesn't want to see it. But aliens come down from another planet and take over the bodies of her foster parents, which in turn makes them these awesome parents. But at the end, girl has to make a decision whether or not she is going to accept the fact that her, foster parents are taken over by these aliens, or does she keep those aliens around and not tell anybody that they're aliens and live a happy life? And number 2 is called Pool Sharks. This one is about a beautiful female vampire, and she plays pool at these local bars, and she is looking for her next meal. She's rich, she's got money, so she's playing pool against all these guys, and these guys fall for her tricks, and she ends up winning, which in turn is, quote unquote, a winner for the guy, because the guy gets to leave with her at the bar if they win, until that one guy comes along who is seeking a little bit of revenge. So that one's another good one you gotta check out. And my last but not least is called Pillow Talk. This one is one of the weirdest episodes in season 1, but it is fantastic. It's about a book writer who brings women home. He's a successful book writer, and he gets all these women, and it's like he basically gives them a beer or some champagne and tries to get them a little comfortable, and then seduces them. But instead, it's his bed that is eating these women, because he has to feed this ancient monster or god, if you call it, and he worships him. So at the end, what's crazy is track down one of the females that got away, that stole his memoirs and his journal, and he wants that journal back because it'll reveal that he's been doing this all this time. So he goes to the woman's house and tries to seduce the woman to come back to his house so that they can have the bed. He can have the bed eat them. And that sounds kind of weird, the bed eating. Anyways, it has a really crazy plot twist at the end, and I did not see this one coming, but it is awesome. And I told you to stick around to the end. This is why, because this first season that I just named my top 5 episodes are on Amazon Prime for free. So you can actually check out the first season if you have never seen this show. I highly recommend it. And next Wednesday, I will also have another show that you probably forgot. You're going to want to stick around for this one, because this one was on a paid through cable. I believe it was Showtime. And Sunday, you're not going to want to miss. I got 2 reviews in one. Well, maybe one a review and the other one just a movie that you need to watch because it's great. But I'm also going to bring you the exclusive Fright Night, the original on the 4K format. I'm going to tell you what I think about the sound, what I think about the picture, and I'm going to have another movie that you must watch during these 31 days of Halloween. If you don't watch this movie and Fright Night, you're missing out. I'm just trying to expand your mind once again. I want you to watch something different than these franchise movies. I mean, I get it, Pinhead and Hellraiser and Chucky and Friday the 13th, which by the way I'm not a big fan of. Freddy, they're all great movies, but there are so many B movies that just outshine them. But because they were B, not a lot of people know about them. So that's what I'm here to bring you. Once again, hit that like, subscribe, and thank you for being a supporter of my channel, and I will see you on Sunday.